Hey everyone, and welcome back. If you watched my previous video, I showcased my stand, and you probably noticed that I had a balisong on there that I haven't properly been talking about. Or I have, but it's a little while ago. So, yeah, this is the Jimpy machine trainer. It is exactly the same one that I had before I took the break. I sold it off to a fellow Norwegian flipper that lives a little further away, but I decided to just ask him if I could buy it back, and I did. So here it is. I've had this thing for a little while now, but just haven't really bothered to make a video about it until now. But yeah, I think this is probably one of my favorite balisongs, maybe titanium balisongs, or definitely one of my favorites of all time, probably. I'm a really big fan of how this looks, how it feels, and how it flips. I just think it's a really good overall balisong. And yeah, I've not decided to put on the stickers, just because I'm really liking how the blade just looks without the stickers. Just think it looks a lot cooler. Plus, I never bring this thing outside anyway, so yeah, but this thing is really nice. Lately, I've been leaning more towards heavier balisongs. So this thing just got better and better. It kind of applies for the same thing with the Squid Trainer and the Triton. I just ended up liking heavier balisongs more. That's sort of why the Nibalis Crescent wasn't really working for me. It kind of just sits on my stand now. I flip it every now and then, but it's not something that I would... It's not a first pick, to put it simple. But yeah, this thing is unique for sure. It's titanium channel. The handle sort of like shape is really interesting. You can see it has this sort of like rectangular shape where the height kind of goes a lot more than the width of it. But it's interesting, but in a good way. I think it gives a lot of control, especially when I do tricks like scissors, where I have to catch it on the sides of the handles like this. It gives more control and it makes it easier to like keep it the way you want it. And of course, customizable balance. Always love balisongs that have that, especially when it's easy as just taking out the screw. Same applies for the Glider Pacific, where it has that what's it called again? NRB Koenig with modular system. Just love that. Really creative, without really disturbing the design. Yeah, Jimpy is definitely making some really interesting stuff. I'm not completely sure what he makes actually. I've seen Bally Buckle, the little bag he has, all the balisongs, of course, but all of them were live blades. So I've always been really excited to see a trainer from Jimpy, because his design language is just something different. And man, this one does not disappoint. I've heard many say that this isn't really like a competitive flipper, but there is something about this thing. It just It is consistent, it has a good weight. I really enjoy the balance. The sound is nice. I'm not sure how to explain it, but it's titanium, but it almost has a sort of like aluminum feel in a way. But I think we should do a sound test, definitely. I have just tightened up the screws. I'm pretty sure the previous owner hasn't really touched the bushings or anything. So yeah, the tune is still what I did. So let's do a little sound test. Let's check the tap. Barely any wiggle. Can't really feel anything, to be honest. Ice pick. If I really push, you'll definitely see something there, but yeah. And the bounce. Actually insane. I really love when the sound just goes on for so long. Sounds so insanely satisfying. And I really love doing short stops on this thing just for that sole reason. But yeah, I enjoy this thing. The rollovers feel really sticky. It's consistent in the air, it's predictable. Fans are definitely nice to do. But considering it's a little heavier weight, it definitely takes a little more effort. But when you first get them off, they're really smooth. Chaplins, I'm pretty sure they feel pretty nice as well. Yep, no problem. And the bite handle indicator on this thing is brutal. Really nice though. Let's see if I can do a ring of shame. Okay, so definitely throws you off a little bit. You definitely notice by the second it touches your finger, which is really nice. But it's not like something that would bruise your finger or anything. It's just enough to sort of like let you know that you're on the bite side. But yeah, that was basically it for this one. A little shorter video compared to my last two ones. Just wanted to talk about this thing again, considering that I hasn't really talked about it ever since I got it again. Oh shit. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.